Hello, beautiful Capricorn, and welcome to your monthly reading for October 2025. Today I will be reading from the Mystic Psyche Tarot, and then I will be closing out with an oracle message from the Magical Spirit Oracle. So in your overall energy, the cards are just flying today. Let me just get these out for you, Capricorn. So in your overall energy for October, you do have the Hermit in reverse there. So things might be coming a little bit clearer this month for you, Capricorn, in what blockages you have this month or what you need to release. You do have Judgment. In your strengths for the month of October, Capricorn, you have the 10 of Cups in reverse. In your hopes and fears for the month of October, you have the 7 of Wands in reverse. Now, what else do we have for Capricorn? Okay, so what you're celebrating this month, Capricorn, is the Queen of Cups in reverse. And to close the reading, we have the 3 of Cups in reverse. Sorry, upright. You have the 3 of Cups upright. So, Capricorn, the energy here for October, it feels like a very beautiful, gentle awakening. Like you've been in a bit of a quiet space for a while, a bit of a internal, introspective space. And I feel like in October, Spirit's just nudging you to come back, come back into connection, come back into community, come back into joy. I feel like you're kind of at that moment where you realize that the isolation that you've been through, it has served its purpose to work through some things, to heal, to grow, whatever you needed to do. But yeah, I feel like in October, it's time to live again. It's time to rejoin life again. It's time to open your heart and let others in. So yeah, we begin with the Hermit in reverse. And I think that's a really clear sign that you're ready to step out of this solitude. Capricorn, you've done the inner work, you've hidden away, you've reflected, you've healed, you've processed, but I feel like now Spirit's asking, what are you going to do with all of that? What are you going to do with everything that you have learnt? And, some of you might have been pulling back from other people. You might have gone through a period where you felt like you really needed to protect your peace. You might have been feeling misunderstood by others, by the world around you, and you have gone into that state of hermitude to protect yourself, but it's time to reconnect. Capricorn, there's wisdom here. And there's wisdom that you've learned. It's time for that to be shared right now, not hidden away. So what you need to release this month of October, you have the Judgment card, which is interesting. This feels like really releasing some harsh self-judgment that you have going on, or releasing some guilt, Capricorn, that you have going on. Or maybe it's this pressure to have everything perfect before you move forward. But I feel like Spirit's saying, you've already been forgiven. Okay, you've already been forgiven for whatever sent you hiding away. Whatever happened, you have already been forgiven. It's time to forgive yourself. Stop being so hard on yourself. Stop keeping yourself locked up. You might be holding on to an old decision and going over and over it and wondering if you've missed your moment or if you made the wrong call, but you didn't. Yeah, everything has been unfolding in divine timing, and I think deep down you do know that. Capricorn, you need to this month just release the need to overanalyze the past. You need to release this sitting in solitude and going over and over and over something in your mind. That time's finished. You've learnt what you need to know from this. It's time to forgive yourself and come out of hiding. In your strength this month, Capricorn, you have the 10 of Cups reversed. So this is showing me that, even when it feels like things haven't gone according to plan, whether that's in a relationship or with a career or family, or just with some dreams that you had that didn't really pan out the way you thought they would, you have kept your emotional depth throughout this. You have kept your integrity. You've learned that happiness isn't always about perfection. It's about honesty. And this card is telling me that your strength it's in being real. Your strength is in being real, Capricorn. And I mean, that's an amazing strength in itself. You've been acknowledging what's not working. You've taken the time to reflect. You've had a good look at what's not working, and you're still choosing love. You're still choosing to get up and give it another crack, or at least believe that there is another chance out there. Yeah, it's like the rainbow, but it's behind clouds. And the rainbow is your joy. Your joy isn't gone. It's just shifting shape behind those clouds. So in your fears, Capricorn, you have the 7 of Wands reversed. And this is suggesting that you might be getting really tired of, fighting to be understood, or fighting to have people hear your side of things, fighting to have people respect the boundaries that you've been trying to put down lately, Capricorn. And, maybe you've just been feeling worn down, maybe by a conflict or other people's expectations, or honestly just other people's presence lately, and how that's making you feel about yourself. And I feel like this card's saying that, you don't need to prove your worth. You don't need to fight to prove your worth or to have other people see your worth. You just need to stand in it. Stand in this integrity, this rawness, this realness that you encompass. Stand in it. You don't have to be in defense mode anymore. Your peace is your protection this month. So what we have to celebrate this month for you, Capricorn, is the Queen of Cups in reverse. So yeah, the Queen of Cups reverse has a really special feeling. It's kind of the healing of your emotional self. It's time this month to really celebrate your sensitivity. You are a sensitive soul, Capricorn, and I think I once heard a saying, you're the first to throw yourself onto the sword. And I think because you are so self-critical and so self-aware and so sensitive, Capricorn, when something goes wrong in a situation, you are the first to find blame in yourself, to say, well, that was me, I did this, I messed it all up. And you're the first to throw yourself on the sword. And that is what throws you into this hermit state. You hide away from the world, you protect yourself. You may think, oh God, I don't deserve to be out there, I'm a mess. And this is the depth of emotion that you carry. But instead of seeing that emotion as a downfall or some heavy weight that you need to carry around, I think it's really a time to celebrate that this month. Celebrate your sensitivity. Celebrate your honesty to a fault, your authenticity to a fault, even when it feels like it's a crutch. Even when it feels overwhelming at times, your emotions and your heart and your soul. You've probably been giving so much to others. And all the time looking for that fault in yourself, you've been forgetting to refill your own cup. And I feel like Spirit's reminding you that self-nurturing isn't selfish. Self-love, self-support is not selfish. When you pour back into your own cup, then, your intuition gets stronger. You get stronger. Your heart softens and everything starts to flow again, rather than this looping when you're overthinking and locking yourself away. So yeah, finally we close with the Three of Cups. A beautiful card, Capricorn. It's celebration, it's community, reconnection. There's a lot of joy in this cup. And I feel like after such a deep emotional season, Spirit's really inviting laughter and love back into your space. That could be new friends, old friends. You could be finding your soul family, your soul tribe this month, or some kindred spirits maybe coming into or re-entering your life. This is really about letting yourself enjoy again, letting yourself out of the cage. Stop being so hard on yourself. Remember that you have been forgiven. You just need to forgive yourself. You can't lock yourself away forever. It would be a shame to the world, to the universe, for you to lock yourself away forever, to lock this raw integrity, authenticity away. So yeah, this is just about letting yourself enjoy again, saying yes to invitations, saying yes to connection, saying yes to light-hearted fun. You've earned this. You've earned this period of lightness. You just need to step out back into the light this month. I'm seeing the clinking of glasses, bright energy, like you're coming back to life after a really long winter. And I feel like Spirit's saying it's safe. It's safe to feel joy again, Capricorn. It's safe to feel joy again. You've done the work. Now let yourself receive. Beautiful. So I'm going to pull an oracle card from the Magic Spirit Oracle to close off this reading for Capricorn for October 2025. What's the last message you would like? Ooh. Okay. Okay, Capricorn. So for your oracle card, to close this reading off, you do have harmony. Harmony, that harmonic balance within yourself, but also where you see yourself standing in the world. The way that you look at yourself and how you fit into your environment. I feel like that's shifting. You're starting to see yourself and how you operate in the world in a much more positive light. So this month, Capricorn, may sweet and soft things find you. May sweet and soft things find you. May you find ease. May you learn to embrace the softness of your personality. May you learn to embrace your emotions and see them as a beautiful, powerful tool, rather than something that needs to be locked away, rather than needing to hide these skeletons in your closet. Use them as your tools. See them as something powerful. Become a little bit more soft. And yeah, may sweet things find you this month. Beautiful. Okay. Well, that's what I have for you this month of October. Capricorn, I hope that reading resonated for you. If it did, I would love to hear from you. Leave me a comment in the box below and, let me know. Let me know how these energies are showing up for you in your life and how you've been coping. What tools do you use? what do you have that gets you through some of these tough times so that you can come out and embrace that sweetness? All right. Have a beautiful month, Capricorn, and I will speak to you soon.